Hi and welcome to Angling For You. Today you join me on a quick review of my new landing net handle, and that is the Preston Innovations Excess Response, and this is a 4 metre, and I'm just going to set it up. I'm going to go through the sections and a little bit why I got it, and let's get into it. Right guys, so as you can see, firstly comes in a fantastic little sleeve. Now a lot of landing nets I've had in the past haven't got the sleeves, and I'm a bit anal with stuff. I like stuff to have a little packet or something to go in, because I like to keep it in good condition even though it gets a lot of use. So this one does come with a nice little case, which is a real bonus for me. So like I say, I like to keep things from bashing about and, you know, not get ruined. So firstly I'm going to go on to, I've got the latex net to go with it. It's the hair rigger one, and it's a 16-inch one. I don't really go much above 18-inch nets, even if I'm catching pigs. I just shuffle them in. I've got, let's face it, I'm short. I've got short arms. Reaching down into a net, if it's a really big net and I've got smaller fish, it's difficult for me to grab them. So starting with this end, it comes with a little rubberized cap, which is good, stops everything coming out. And this end, just like if you'd seen my video on the Genuine Acrylite, which I had before, which again was a fantastic landing net handle. So you know, I'm all for that landing net handle, and I'll go into why I changed after that. So it comes in 3 parts. There's a little screw cap at the bottom, which is finished off in a sort of nice titanium style effect, and as going onto the main pole, it's got like a titanium colour with a smoked out sort of response logo, and it's got like a little crushed flake in there, so it's not important, but it gives it a nice look to the pole. And again, it's got a non-slip finish on the graphics on the other end of the pole. So like I said before, it's a 4 metre, so if you wanted to fish, this is a good thing about it. So my other Genuine one, Acrylite, super solid, super rigid, really strong. This is slightly lighter, but just as rigid. But the reason I liked this is because there's two add-on sections instead of it being a 2-piece. So on this section here, if you just add this to the butt section, that gives it a 2.6 metre reach, which if you're fishing F1s or you're fishing for carp and close quarters, you know, that's fantastic. So obviously F1s with shallow kits come up really close. You've got a shorter landing net and really easy to scoop. So that can go on really nice. The section is put over pole. The sections are proper strong, proper rigid. I mean, I'm squeezing that hard and there's no flex in it whatsoever. So as you see, it's got the rubber tapered end on it, so it'll slide into the next section, but also it gives you that protection when you're netting the fish and things are rubbing against it, and it's really good for that. So if you want to be at full meters, you can add that 1.2 meter section. You can add that straight on, and that gives you your full 4 meters. It tells you the 1.2, because if you want, you can have it with just this really strong section if you're fishing carp. If you want this short section added to the butt section, you can have that as a 1.2 length, and that can be for silvers, for example, or again if you're fishing in smaller quarters. So we've got reinforced screws on the end, so when you're screwing things on, they don't unscrew slightly or anything like that. So putting the net together, it's really rigid and stays screwed and on nicely once everything's put together. So that's really tight, and I'm just going to ship it out and we can have a look. So obviously 4 meters long, it's very rigid. Hold it in one hand, so it's super light, and like I say, there's hardly any bend to it whatsoever, and that's really important when you're fishing these sort of landing nets nowadays. People don't underestimate how important a landing net handle is, and you know, it's up there with one of the most important pieces of kit that you need. And yeah, all right, this £120 may seem a lot, but putting that investment in a landing net handle, you will feel the difference. If you give that to somebody to fish with, and they've been fishing with a 17, 20 or mid-range landing net handle, when they're scooping and it's bending and they're trying to catch fish at a distance if they're fishing with a rod, or you'll find instantly how good these kind of poles are. So like I said, it breaks into those 3 sections, breaks down really easy. If you want to just not have the end section and you want it, you can just have it like this. If you want to fish for silvers, you don't have to have the end section on, and you can just fish like that. If you want to unscrew the landing net handle, like I said before, and put it together like that, and you can fish. If you're fishing for carp or you're fishing in close quarters, you can do that. The graphics on them are fantastic. I'll just lift them up. I'll lift it up for you and I'll show you all the sections, and you can see in close. So starting with the end section, like I said, there's the titanium butt cap, and it goes across, and the lovely, I don't know if you can pick it up in the camera, but there's a nice sparkle. It's a Japanese carbon fibre in it, as it says on the front, so it's really strong stuff. And that goes up obviously into the put over joint. The next section on from there is your 2.6 metre, if that's added to the butt section. And again, the nice XS logo, really strong. And then that goes all the way down to that tapered rubberized tip. And then the final section is that 1.2, and again the logos and the writing, the response smoked out, and that goes down to obviously the rubberized again and reinforced, and then obviously the landing net head, which is the hair rig landing net with the latex sort of finish to it. So hope this has been helpful. What I'm trying to do is I can't obviously buy a new set of gear every time I need to do it, but these reviews I try to get on as much as possible, and other people's poles, if I see them, I try to do that. I see from these big brands that they release such a lot of nice products. They don't really show you a lot of these things. They maybe skim over them, but they never really break them down, and this is one of the top end landing net handles you can buy, and I can't find anything on it. So I just thought I'd give you a little bit of information on it, and hopefully it's helped you out or made your decision. I still would go and pick up your landing net handles and screw a net on them in a shop. I'd always do that before you buy them. They do a response. I think it's a 3.5 metre carp one, but to be honest, this 4 metre one's solid. You might as well go for that. It's the same price, you get an extra bit of length. It makes total sense for me. So hope this has been helpful. Join us on the Facebook group at Angling For You. Join us on the Facebook at Angling_For You. Subscribe and like, guys. Share with your friends. Thanks a lot. Tight lines.